Hi guys, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So today I have my April TBR, which is really the O.W.L.s Magical Readathon TBR. So I do want to do this and pretty sure I understand how it's going. So from what I guess, from the way it seemed to me, I would pick a career and read the books on that career sheet. So I went ahead and picked books for all the prompts. So I figured, why not go for the career that has all the prompts? So, make sure I got everything. Okay, so it looks like the career that has all the O.W.L.s, and actually, I guess for August, a good number of newts, is Alchemist. It's got all 12 prompts. So I picked things for all 12 prompts, so we're going to be ambitious, and we're going to go with that. So we're going to go through everything that I have picked out for the 12 prompts of the O.W.L.s. And I did go through my physical TBR, but I think I might have one at least that's not, just because there's one that's more about a time of day rather than any specific thing, so it could be anything. So we'll see what I end up with on that one, because I have some things that I am interested in reading, but let's go ahead and get started. So the first one is Ancient Runes. For Ancient Runes, it's heart on the cover in the title. So for that one, I picked Alex and Eliza by Melissa De La Cruz. So I actually was kind of excited about this until I realized it was historical, because I don't love historical books. But I do like Melissa De La Cruz in general, so maybe I'll still like it. But that is my pick for Ancient Runes. The next one is Arithmancy. Read something outside your favorite genre. Well, I mean, Alex and Eliza would have counted for that as well, because I don't like historical fiction that much. But for this one, I picked The White Queen by Philippa Gregory. I do not know why I bought this. I don't really read historical books. It's just not my thing. It is also on my Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. I'm not sure why I picked it for that either. So this one would actually kill two birds with one stone. So I'm going to try for this. I can get some other ones if I didn't want that. That actually would still probably work for Pop Sugar if I decided I just cannot get into this. But I have Bad Queen, which is about Marie Antoinette. And then I have some by Alison Weir, I think her name is, that's also historical fiction. Kind of picked historical fiction for this prompt, but I'm going to try on this one because this is also part of my Pop Sugar Challenge, so I'd like to get on that as well. I did not pick these books based on what was in my Pop Sugar Challenge. I probably should have, but I didn't. So the next one is the astronomy one. Read a majority of this book at night or when it's dark outside. This is the one I haven't picked because it really could be anything. So I have some ideas of what I want to read. I think I have Ruthless Gods pre-ordered, and that comes out this month, I think. I think that's the one that comes out this month. So I could read that. I want to start the Grisha series by Leigh Bardugo. I have Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, but most people have said when I asked that I didn't have to read the original trilogy, but it was helpful, especially after Six of Crows. So I do want to try to get those in, and I think that first book might be what I do for this. But, you know, this one's kind of up in the air because I have some things that I do want to read. I just I'm not sure. And then, you know, maybe some mood reading if I feel like reading anything else. I don't know. So this one's kind of like a, I don't know yet. Then Care of Magical Creatures, creature with a beak on the cover. For that one, I picked Ravens in the Library, Magic in the Bard's Name. And it's like short stories from a whole bunch of people. Like, I got this specifically because it's got a story from Francesca Lia Block, who's one of my favorite authors, but it's also got Holly Black, Neil Gaiman, Shannon McGuire, Laurel K. Hamilton, if you actually care about reading her stuff, Charles DeLint, lots of people right there. And it's got ravens with beaks. So that is my pick for that one. Then I have Charms, which is a white cover. So I've tentatively settled on Milk Run by Sarah Manowski. Lanowski. It's pretty short, which I want, but I do have room also that I could choose. It's on my Pop Sugar Challenge, so I probably should, but I'm kind of dreading that book a little bit. When I bought it, I was really interested in it. And then as time went on and they did the movie and the trailers for the movie just seemed like something I wasn't interested in, I've become less interested. However, I held on to it because of my original interest in it. So, I don't know. So I think I'm gonna go with this, but it might end up being Room. I also have a few others, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. Then, let's see. Defense Against the Dark Arts, book set at the sea or coast. So this one I'm not 100% sure about. But it mentions water on the back, which is why I picked it. I don't know how much of it stays there, but I'm going to go with it because it's on the back. And that one is The Importance of Being Alice by Katie McAllister. It says that it's on a luxurious European river cruise. So it's on water. It's not exactly sea, but that's what I'm going with. So I don't know how much of it will actually be on the water, on the cruise, whatever. But because they mention it, that's what I'm going with. Then Divination. Assign numbers to your TBR and use random number generator to pick your read. So I have already done this. I took my Goodreads TBR that I had made for all my owned unread books. I ended up sorting it alpha by title rather than by author. When I did it by author, the random number that I got put me in the middle of a series. So I decided to do it by title, and I was able to get a standalone-ish, or first, I guess it's the first of a series. So I did screen cap that, and I got 274 out of 332 at the time. It has since changed, but when I picked it, it was this. And for that, it was Splintered by A.G. Howard. I was interested in this, but I read Roseblood and didn't really like it. I'm hoping, though, with this being an Alice in Wonderland retelling, I'll like it better. Though I did like Phantom of the Opera, so I don't know. It may just be I didn't like the storytelling of that one. I didn't like the storytelling of Roseblood. I'm hoping Splintered is better. That is that one. And then, let's see. Let's get back here. Herbology. Titles starting with M. Alright, so this one actually is part of my Pop Sugar Challenge. It's the only other one that is. And that's My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I don't know why I have kept putting this off. I really want to read it. I want to read actually all of Grady Hendrix' books because they all sound awesome. And so I'm going to go for this one. I don't know why I've been putting it off, but I have, and it's time to stop. So the next one is History of Magic, Witch Hunts, book featuring witches and wizards, or witches or wizards. So for that one, I picked Burning Water by Mercedes Lackey. This, I think, was written in 1989, and it was like her attempt at urban fantasy. There were 3 books in this series. I have read the other 2, but not this one. This one's actually the first one. So she is a guardian and Wiccan, I believe. So yeah, there's that one. And I did like, she had a vampire one called Children of the Night, and then another, I think, witch one called Jinx High. This one is, I think, Aztec mythology right here. So then I have 3 more. Muggle Studies, book from a perspective of a Muggle, so just contemporary. So I just randomly picked one, and that is American Panda. This one's Gloria Chow, I think. It's covering this one. I've only got the last name right there, but Gloria, I think, is the first name. It's hard to tell until I peel that off. So yeah, I was interested. I got it, I think, through Book Outlet. So yeah, I've got that one. I don't know much about it, so I may or may not like it. Teen contemporary is not always my thing, because sometimes it's a little too teen for me. Potions, a book under 150 pages. For that, I picked Dead Girls by Francesca Leah Block. This is poetry. And it is 60 pages. So the thing with these is I always buy them and I get angry about buying them because they are incredibly expensive for what it is. This is $15 for a book this small. So I get them because I love the author, but I also hate how much they cost. And then Transfiguration, a book or series that includes shape-shifting. So for that one, I have No Mercy. This is a Dark Hunters novel, but it's also, I think, Werehunters. And I did get this signed. Right there. She came through my city, which hardly ever happens. But yeah, there's, I guess, a sub-series within the Dark Hunter series that's like Werehunters or something. So they are shapeshifters. So I did pick that one. I don't have it. I've read Sherilyn Kenyon's other Dark Hunters one for a long time, and I think I just, around the time this one came out, I went to the book signing, I bought it, and I just never read it, and I just hadn't read any since then. So I did like them, so I'm anticipating liking this. So that is everything for my O.W.L.s TBR. There are a few other things that I would like to get to. Like I said, I did want to try to read the Grisha trilogy. So I'm hoping to get through all 3 of those. Only one of them would, I guess, count for this if I use it for that prompt. Another thing, I still have Harry Potter and Mandarin. I did not get to that in March, and I really do need to get to this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to change my prompt for the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge if I can't finish this. And I really do want to finish this. My class just kind of, I guess he assumed that I wasn't going to take it when the other girl wasn't going to take it, because I never got contacted when it started, so I never started it. So I want to get back on learning that, so I do need to get into this. Another thing that I actually want to read is Battle Royale. I have read it before, and I actually have 3 copies of it. But the more recent copy that I have is actually a different translation. I'm interested in reading it and seeing if it's a little bit easier of a translation. It wasn't bad the first time, but sometimes translated books just don't flow really well, and I'm hoping that this new one will flow better because it's not as old compared to like how old the original translations were. So I want to read that, and then I just want to get in some other random books that are on my shelf. I am trying to read my TBR, and the more I can get per month, the better. So, yeah. But I guess that's it for this TBR. I do tend to add books over time that just don't end up in these, but will be in the wrap-up. So, yeah. See, and I have a whole month. This shouldn't be all that hard to get through the owls. And we'll see about the newts, because it looks like there's a lot going on for those. So, yeah. But, okay, so I will talk to you guys later, and yeah, bye.